Okay, well here we are at DCI Performance Products, and I've been very lucky to have been shown right through the whole facility, and it's just great to see yet another Australian manufacturer supplying widely overseas to the automotive industry. Damian, you must be quite proud of this.
Yes, Alan, most definitely. DCI, or Diver Consolidated Industries, as the company started. It's a family business, began in the early 30s, and we started manufacturing for the very first Holden right through into what will essentially be the very last Holden.
So not only are you supplying to General Motors and Ford so forth, you're now able to supply these products to an individual who's either restoring a car or wants to quieten down or get the heat out of his existing car.
And that's 100% correct. Everybody now has a nice late model car. We've grown up with these cars. We're now going back, reliving our childhood, and we want our old cars to be very much like our new car is that we drive every day.
Well, absolutely, and I know that of course this covers both of those areas of heat deflection and also quietens the car down considerably.
Most definitely. We have products that are pure acoustic products, we have products that are pure thermal products, then we have products that are a combination of both, which will go over on Peter's car when we get it up in the air.
Okay, Damian, run us through some of the products that we can see here.
As we touched on before, all the products that we make originally started life in a vehicle platform somewhere in the world. So take, for example, this material here is what we touched on before. It's an acoustic material with thermal properties, so typically goes above a transmission to get rid of that transmission noise, but also the heat. So that's the product that you would see underneath a Commodore, for example. You can buy it as a flat sheet from our Performance Products range, form it up under your vehicle, and you can make your own specific part to suit that. From that, we've got a lot of other ranges of products from different applications where we've made for people that aren't quite up to the skill of making their own part. We've made preformed products, so for a pipe shield they can clamp it straight on and it's easily done. Comes all packaged, ready to go, couple of clamps and away you go.
So you can put this over virtually any exhaust pipe,
yep,
bend it to make it a little bit less in diameter, and then just clamp it on.
Correct, and we have two different materials. We typically say at a point in the vehicle we have called pre and post catalytic converter for the temperature. So the higher the temperature, we run a higher temperature heat shield material, and further down the car where it's a bit cooler, you can get away with the lower temperature material.
Yeah, so a fantastic opportunity for someone that's bought an older car, he's restoring a car, he's building a hot rod or whatever the case may be. He can actually insulate, quieten down the car, cool the car at home.
And the big advantage of the preformed pipe shields is a lot of the show vehicles are all fully detailed underneath. They can clamp these on, go and enjoy the vehicle. When they get to a show, they unclamp it, put it in their box, protects all their paint, makes the car nice to drive, and no one's to know.
And the missus doesn't get upset because she's in a quiet car. She doesn't sit there thump, thump, thump going on.
That's it, and she's not burning her feet on the floorboards.
Damian, show us how easy this material is to work with.
The material's quite easy to work with. There's no special tools, there's nothing magical. All you do is you would make a paper template of where you want to go. The material cuts as easy with a pair of plain scissors, so you can just cut your shape. Bend the edge over by hand. You can tap that down, it does a few things. Gives you a nice safety edge so you don't cut yourself. Gives the part some more strength, but gives it a thermal mass for the heat to disperse out to as well. So you don't need any special tools. It's nice and soft, it's easy to bend into shapes, so you can form that to whatever shape you like.
And most people think that you actually have to cover the whole floor of the car, don't they? I mean, your material is such that you only have to put in certain areas and it'll absorb the heat.
Correct, that's right. That's the big advantage of the materials. You don't need to do sill to sill, window to window. Because of the way the material works, how it disperses the heat, you just need to do the critical areas directly above the heat source to let the heat work its way out and then dissipate the heat away. So yeah, there's no need, like the old days, have to cover the whole area.
Another good Aussie product.
That's it.
Well, Damian, show us how easy it is to install.
To work with the material, it's very easy to work with. So the simple thing is, take your common piece of paper, you take the paper, you fit it into the shape of the vehicle, cut your template out like we already have. You then take your paper template, lay it onto your piece of material, cut your piece of material out to suit the template that you've made, and then that part simply just gets stuck in Simple as that.
Yep. And I might add that all of this and all of these things that we've seen today can be looked at and purchased through the Shqrp website.
Most definitely. Peter will have it all for sale on the website. We will have kits to come pre-cut to suit certain vehicles, but also you can buy it as a bulk package. You can cut your own shapes out. And the advantage of the product is you don't have to, like other products, do every square inch of the floor. The material being an OE Tier 1 grade material, you don't need to do every single area. You just have to do certain little spots where where you tap the panel and it sounds drummy. That's the areas you need to attack.
Sounds like I could even do it.
Certainly does.
Okay, Damian, show me where you apply your product under the car.
No problem. We'll go here and we'll have a look underneath. Typically where we use the products in a hot environment.
Okay.
As you can see, Alan, above the transmission here we have a material that's an acoustic and a thermal material. It's above the transmission on most late model vehicles, so you can buy that in your flat sheet, mould it to suit the shape of your transmission, fixture it up there and the job is done. As we move down above where the exhaust would be, because the material is so compact, where you're limited for room, you don't have to have big air gaps anymore. We have different materials. You can see the different material where the catalytic converter would be, and then we have the other material past that where the temperatures are lower, so it doesn't need that higher grade of material. All you need is a window envelope of no more than 3 to 5 millimetres, so you can tuck everything up away to get your ground clearance.